You're watching The Globe on the SABC News channel. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has announced his government will repeal 3 controversial farm laws promulgated last year. For months now, Modi's government has categorically refused to back down, despite tens of thousands of farmers embarking on the largest and longest protest farmers have embarked upon in recent history. Neha Poonia has been following the story for us from New Delhi.
It's a stunning U-turn, the first of its kind we've seen since Prime Minister Narendra Modi came to power here in Delhi nearly 7 years ago. In an unplanned address to the nation, Narendra Modi told farmers that these 3 controversial farm laws that were brought in last year will be scrapped when Parliament reconvenes at the end of this month. Experts say this move is largely linked to upcoming regional elections. More than 50% of the country's workforce is involved in the agricultural sector, and this makes farmers a crucial voting bloc. In just a few months from now, 5 Indian states will go to the polls, and in these regions, which are home to a large number of farmers, anger against the Prime Minister's party for refusing to roll back these laws has been growing. Farmers have also said that they would campaign against Mr. Modi and would urge voters to boycott his party, the BJP. Winning these polls, especially in India's most populous state of Uttar Pradesh, would be key to Mr. Modi's party retaining a majority in the lower house of India's parliament.
While apologizing to the countrymen, I want to say that perhaps there must have been something lacking in our efforts, which is why we could not convince farmers of the merit of these laws. I urge farmers to return home to their families and end the protest.
But farmers say they are not calling off their protests just yet. They say they plan to wait for Parliament to actually reconvene and for these laws to be scrapped before they decide on their next course of action.
This is just a ploy by the government to get votes for the upcoming elections. We will not end our protest until we actually see these laws being scrapped.
For nearly a year, tens of thousands of farmers have been camped outside Delhi. They held 11 rounds of talks with the government, but there was no end to the deadlock. Previously, several leaders from Mr. Modi's party had accused the farmers of being misled by opposition leaders and also of being ignorant of the benefits of these laws. India's main opposition party, the Congress, says this rollback of the laws is a victory for the entire nation.